Looks like a beautiful day out there. Welcome to January here on Comlands. I don't think I've still decided, is it in Comlands, on Comlands? I don't know, whatever. We'll figure it out for the next one. Look at the view. I can see a little farm out there. The tractor's still there, thank God. You can sort of see the river. All right, look at the grass is starting to come in, so that's good. And the sides where we mowed are starting to grow in too. Look, the laneway's starting to grow, which looks nice. So last night I realized it got really dark. I was sort of hanging and tinkering around up at the main farm, I guess we're gonna call it, last night, and it started to get super dark. So I threw in some lights so we could actually see as we're coming up the lane here. It was a little tough. If they don't fit the final build, I can just take them out, obviously. But yeah, check this out. What a lovely day here in January. Let me check the weather. Not that it really matters. We don't have anything planned necessarily that would be affected by the weather, but while a cold day, it's going to be a dry day, which is fantastic. Looks like February is going to be a little different story though. And I'm wondering when we're going to be harvesting. I have yet to actually look that up, of what it means in seasons, but let's go check on the crops. I'll just hop back down the ladder. Oop, we just fall down. So today, we're kind of waking up today with nothing to do. Sorry, I shouldn't say it that way. I have some ideas of what we're going to be able to do, but I didn't cut any new fields, so that's a bonus. There won't be any field processing today. I didn't mow anything, so we don't have to go pick up grass. In the last couple episodes, I think I had a bunch of work lined up the second we woke up, and that's not the case today. Some of my plan today has to do with this area here, but we'll be back in a second. Let's go check how things are doing here. The morning crop check. Obviously, the wheat's not going to be the wheat's not going to be ready to harvest because we just put it in the ground. But it's nice to see that it's growing. I'm gonna have to put in. We'll have to put in some kind of a track along here too. I don't want to spend money on this though until the other thing that I'm thinking. So the oats look like they're coming along. So the oats I think are in. Oh, the oats are in stage 3, I believe. Yeah. I don't know what that means. If it means that in February they're going to be ready to harvest, I don't know what that means. Sunflowers are 2 stages away. I just don't know how long it takes for them to get through a stage. I was thinking about all the trees on the side of the 2 fields we have here, the canola and the sunflowers. Oh, that was close. Almost drove into the field there. There's no great way to access those trees while the crop is still in the ground. So I think once we harvest, we're going to go and blitz that hill and take all the trees out of it that we can and bring them all down to whatever a reasonable spot where we can either process them right away and do something with them, or stash them off to the side, or do something. But I think the second we harvest, we're gonna go and attack that. Ugly looking plant, but but canola, yeah, but it ends up looking really good. The yellow flowers or whatever on them, they look ugly now, but will look great later. Okay, the next thing is our bank machine here. 183,000 liters. Silage is okay. Well, the sell everything container is by far the lowest at 200,000 liters. If we were going to sell that, that would be what, for roughly $4,000 short pay between the animal feeding and the sell everything container. And where we sit right now, we're at about $130,000 worth of silage if we sold everything that was in there right now. How much is if we sold everything? Oh yeah, we'd still have. We're about halfway. So what did I say? We got about 130,000 now, and there's probably about another 130,000 still fermenting, which is good. Good. Well, how much was field 22? Okay, that field's going to be ours today. So here's the plan. We're going to purchase this field, then we're going to mow all of this, collect all of this, and then we'll make a decision. This might be when we want to start. Okay, I think what we're going to do is we're going to collect all this. We're probably going to take half of it and ted it. That means we're going to probably have to bale it, right? We might need to get a baler today. Because if we, well, I think what we're going to do, this is where we're likely going to be putting cows and our new home. So we can smell those cows. We're going to need some hay. Obviously, we're going to have lots of silage because we just keep making it, but we're going to need hay. All right, no, that's a good plan. I think we'll do that. If we got $130,000, this is about 120, so we'd have 10 left over. We already have 9, so let's say we have about $15,000 after we go and sell all the silage and buy this. That 15 grand, we need to buy a tedder and a baler. I know that the baler that I'm going to buy, square baler, is going to be, I think, 12 grand. That is, unless something pops up in the sale. So that would leave about $3,000. But by that time, we'll have a little bit more silage that we can sell, I think. So we can buy, or sorry, we'll buy the tedder first and then we'll buy the baler after that. But the main thing is we'll get that mowed. So first step would be to sell silage. Leave the trailer there. Let's get onto the real estate site and make a purchase. Okay, 22. It's funny how this is evolving here, because I kind of at one point thought I would play my entire series on the initial starting square. And now I'm like, oh, this one. So now, like, this drives me nuts right now because they're sort of a little uneven. So, you know, if we had this one and then these 3, then there you'd have like this nice, you know, maybe we want everything on the river here. I don't know, whatever. All in time, we'll see. So, main thing we can do right now is get mowing, because we're going to want to get as much done here as we can. We're not planting a field. Yeah, we're not necessarily making a field today, which is good. Although that cultivator was a dream. What we're doing right now is mowing, and we're making cow food right now, basically. I know in our little drive around there, I alluded to something on our doing something with a little piece of land we got reserved over there. So whether or not we get to that, I don't know. So I'm gonna refrain from speaking further about that until later. Beacons on for maximum safety. All right, we'll leave I don't know why I'm doing this, but we'll leave a small gap between this grass and that grass. At least we'll have an idea of where our babied grass. I wonder if that grass is gonna look different. The grass we just planted versus this field grass here. This is cool. So this goes right over to the water there. Gotta be careful not to go in the water. All right, I don't want to push my luck here and end up in the river. I did notice, who was it? Was it Crustu? He was taking water from the river, so obviously you can do that on this map, which is good. When I first started Hinterland, I couldn't do that, and I was confused, but I think somebody mentioned there was an update which likely came after I started, and never noticed after, because I ended up putting in a well on my property. So I didn't have to worry about trying to take water out of a river or I think there's even a lake on that map. Anyways. But thankfully, Crustu's done the work for us, and he's shown us that, yes, you can take water from the river. Was it him? I want to say it was him, because he got sheep. Speaking of which, I don't know. I just can't stop playing this. So, oh God, what an idiot. So this is the 6th episode. We're now in January. Today is the Tuesday after the very first episode was posted. So I've gone and recorded basically right through 6 episodes. This will be the 6th episode in the span of the 2 days since posting the first episode. So needless to say, I've seen episodes 1 and 2 of Crustu's. I've seen episode 1 of Gaming Joy and Rusty Money Gaming. So I've not seen anything else other than that. I have no patience. I just, I'm just really enjoying playing this map, and I've got to be tight with workflow, and because I can't just record and post. There's actually, I know it doesn't seem like it because it's not like there's lots of special effects and transitions and all kinds of other stuff, but there is a number of things that I cut out of an episode before posting it. Anyway, there's a lot of work that I do afterwards. I don't necessarily like the final coloring in the way it comes out of after I've recorded it and then run it through and then post it to YouTube. So we make some minor coloring changes and things like that. So anyways, I guess what I'm saying is the workflow is a little bit cumbersome, not to mention what I do for a living includes editing video and processing and stuff. So I kind of like to try to keep things as simple as possible. But I'm kind of on a roll right now in this series as far as the stuff that I've been recording, and I'm really enjoying playing it. Actually, I want to get to harvest. Really, is what I want to do. I'm excited. So I'm now recording episode 6 here. Things will get a little busy around here starting tomorrow, anyways, because the kids have been away with their mom in Costa Rica for a little better part of a week, so they come back tomorrow, and the house will get a little more full all of a sudden as the school routines and everything start to come into play. My oldest has been sending me a bunch of posts. There's a motocross track in southern Ontario, which is basically if you're not familiar with Canada or even the province of Ontario, you really should look it up because there is a massive range when it comes to weather. This province, like if you want to start at the bottom of the province and drive up to like say Thunder, look up a place called Thunder Bay. It's on the northern part of the province, northwestern end, not too far from the border before you go out to Manitoba as you're driving west. And then look all the way down, like, I don't know, Niagara Falls or Lake Erie. You're probably 20 hours to drive. Now, granted, you got to go around a Great Lake. You got to go around Lake Superior, but you're a long ways away from one end to another in this province. So, I mean, I'm in Eastern Ontario, and we have snow on the ground, and it's cold and everything. While down in Southern Ontario, they have green grass. Actually, an interesting fact where this motocross track is a big farming area. It's called Tilsonburg. Beautiful country. You can tell there's money in farming because the farmhouses there are freaking mansions. Like go on Google Street View and just cruise around, and you'll see some crazy houses out front of a barn. Not anywhere like I swear. Like I mentioned, we make media for real estate and a lot of farms, and typically the farms that we see out here, the farmhouse is the original farmhouse from like 1920, and it looks like it hasn't been cared for since then, and this is just a lot rougher. Out there, big money, but they also have a far different climate, so they likely have different opportunities, different crops they can grow, that kind of stuff. Anyways, we've been going down there since the last 2 seasons, since my kids and I took up riding, and we've been staying. We don't have a trailer necessarily that we can haul the bikes in and camp in, so we've been staying at an Airbnb, and it's an orchard. And the guy, it's husband and wife, and the guy, his family has. I think he said like 2,000 acres that they farm. So he basically is employed. He's got his own orchard apples, and then he runs combine and stuff and works on his family farm. But he was saying they're very busy. Anyways, I would love staying on their. It's an Airbnb, but I would love staying there. Super hospitable, and it's been great. Great. You get to know great people when you're out there traveling around. I think I mentioned Valley Springs, and somebody agreed with me. When you just start talking to people, it's amazing what you can, the connections you can make, and the friends you can make out of where you least expected it, and just there's so many great people in the world. You just gotta get out there and talk, and don't be a dickhead. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so they needless to say that track is planning on being open you're going to see this far long after. I think this is supposed to post oh man, it's probably like around the middle, after the middle of February, this episode I think is supposed to post. So this track is talking about opening for a week starting the 8th. Which, like, what the hell? Come on. So my oldest, they're actually sitting at the airport right now as I'm saying this, trying to figure out how to get on an overbooked flight, of course. And he's texting me images from their Instagram account where it shows that they're planning on being open. So I'm like, man, talk about times are tight right now. Like as far as time, as I'm trying to jam through to make as much content and post videos, more than just 2 a month. Try to post 4 a week right now just to see where it'll go. And now we're already starting to talk about motocross again. No, trust me, I don't want to go ride big time, but I also want a bit of a break. Not to mention we still have some winter maintenance to do on the bike, so they're not even ready to go. But anyways, that has nothing to do with this game. But just thought it was kind of an interesting tie into my workflow when it comes to making videos, and just a cool farming community with a kick-ass motocross track. All right, let's this is nice. I'm doing my best not to like I use mouse and keyboard, and every once in a while, if your hand cramps up or something, you twitch a left or right hand turn, and next thing you know, you've gone in a direction you didn't want to go. I was just really trying to be as steady as I could along the waterfront there, so I didn't end up in the drink. So this will be another good haul of. So we're gonna take. I think what we'll do is we'll take silage off of this side. I don't know what's gonna be easier. We're gonna need to get some bales. So I guess I could do. Oh no, you know what? I wonder if we only did. Maybe we don't deal with bales at all, guys. Maybe we only deal with loose. I guess there's. Yeah, you know what? Screw the bales. So we could put in a grass dryer and basically I can just use the forage wagon and pick up loose grass to put in the fermenting silo and put in the grass dryer, so I could make hay that way, which is perfect. And then we can get basically we can put up a silo when it comes time to take the straw off. We can put up a silo and use the same forage wagon and pick up the loose straw, and then all we need is a feed mixer, and then we can just run it under the outputs, and then we're laughing. We never have to touch a bale, because I was really concerned. I think this tractor would probably fare better than when Crustu. If you look at his second episode, I think it was his second episode, he was getting destroyed by a baler. It was just killing him, and I didn't want that to happen to me. Now, granted, this has about 150 horsepower, so it would probably handle the baler. He had the same baler that I was going to get. But you know what? In all fairness, at 12 grand, let's just take a quick peek here. Oh, that's a cool one. That's not the one. Oh, that's specifically for the map. Oh, I dump outside and pick up inside. So I really like the look of that, actually. So these are fermenting silos. TMR mixing station. Wait, I'm finding stuff here that I've never even used before. I always thought I needed like a wagon of some kind. Bale spawner. What the hell is going on here? This stuff you know what though? In keeping with the spirit of the map, maybe we would use the dryer so we need probably one load of silage, and we'll have 25 grand here, and we'll use this. Instead of getting the baler, we're going to use this. Oh yeah, I'm going to have to think about this, because we need to be able to drive through this. But with a little bit of landscaping, we should be able to put this up here. Okay, I like that. It's in the style of the map, or not. Is there a style of the map? I don't even know, but all right, the tractor just shut off by itself. We're going to have to service this thing again. Okay, well, there you go. That was live decision making. I like referencing the absolute best farming simulator content on YouTube, which is the Farmhand by Scroft. And if you're not watching that, you need to go. I mean, I'd be surprised if you don't know who Scroft is, anyways. But if you don't know his channel, go find it right now. And then if you're not watching the Farmhand, you need to go start watching that immediately. I think you've got about 160 episodes to watch, so get on it. And each episode's like 40 minutes, so pack a lunch. It's easily the most creative and best piece of content, best farming simulator content on YouTube. It's unbelievable. So cool what the guy has done. Netflix has nothing on the farmhand. So, but anyways, yes, there's a guy on the farmhand, a character that I reference every once in a while. Old George, with his technical decision making. He's a genius at it. So that's what we just did right there, guys. That was some live technical decision making. All right, let's hope that the tractor doesn't break down on us. Look at that. So I was gonna say that we can service it when we're gonna have to put something down here, obviously, because I can't afford to go up there every time I need to service it. Oh, we have grass on both sides here, don't we? Oh, we're field 22. Never mind. Yeah. Anyways, I can't afford to drive down to town every single time I need to service this tractor, so we're gonna have to do something here. Obviously, I'll have to get a book on tape and learn how to do small engine mechanics. That's like a whole new world over here. Is that a lake? Oh, that's the lake. Oh, okay, I know where we are. I think I'm a tourist. Yeah, we've expanded. I mean, we could definitely put a field over here if we wanted. I don't know what else we would do on this side if we decided we wanted to start building over here. We're a little bit far from everything, unless we put in our own bridge. But I don't see doing that. As far as I remember, a good feed mix has an even distribution of hay and silage, and then straw makes up the gap. And then you can put in mineral feed. Is that what it is? Mineral feed. I think that's it. Anyway, so we should likely try to. I wonder what we should do. Like if we get let's say we get 200,000 liters of grass off this field, do we take like 50,000 that's going to go for silage sales, and then 75,000 for silage feed and 75,000 for hay feed? Maybe what I do is take 100,000 liters that with the intention of selling it, because we know that I make, selling that as silage, because we know that that's going to be worth like 70 grand. And then we, do 50 silage for feed and 50 hay for feed. And then we start small with our cows, not small cows, but small in volume. It'd be kind of funny if you could get small cows, but anyway, small in volume. And then we sort of start working up from there. And then maybe I only need 10 grand right away, and we'll put in one of those cattle areas or whatever you want to call them. And then eventually we can put in a second one, because they do hold 100. The one we were looking at in the last episode does hold 100 cattle. So it's quite a large pen anyways, but stuff to consider, It's like mowing butter. Gross. It's not like mowing butter, but it's so smooth. It's been nice and calming, just cruising back and forth here. I think I've decided that at some point I will come and plow all this up, probably using that new cultivator, and we'll make this a grass field, and then we'll just do our thing with the fertilizer and lime and everything. We'll just get it like pristine, and then we'll make that a grass field, and then we'll just always come over here and mow it. What I'm not looking forward to is is going back and forth with the forge wagon, because there's gonna be a lot of trips. That's gonna suck, actually. Sorry, I just had to quickly save. I noticed a bit of a stutter there, and I think I mentioned before my game's crashed twice going over that bridge. I just realized there's potentially a troll under it. I hope that doesn't create an issue for us. Oh my god, imagine every time I went over it with the forge wagon it crashed. That would suck. Not the forge wagon, but if the game crashed, that would be depressing. Okay, I think what I gotta do right now, let's see if we can get, well, I gotta put it in rows still, but I was thinking if we can get, let's see how much silage there is now, and if I can put the dryer in, then basically once I start picking up the rows, we'll put the first 50,000 liters into the dryer, and then we'll put the rest, Well, we'll put 50,000 liters into the dryer. We'll put 150,000 liters into the silage fermenter, and then whatever's left over we'll put into the dryer. So actually there's two things to consider here. We're gonna have to do some landscaping, and I don't know what that's gonna cost. And it's gonna be leveling ground. So this should get us about 20. I don't think we're gonna have enough. We're gonna probably end up. Interesting. Very interesting. This should be about 12 grand. And then over here, we just haven't produced a lot yet. I did have us running at 2 times speed, so maybe that had something to do with why it was going slowly. Well, okay, we do need 25,000. The cafe, the dryer's right there. Yeah, let's let that go. Let's go get the windrow. We'll get everything lined up across the way and then ready for pickup. Maybe we'll pick some up. I don't know. We don't need very much. We probably need one more load of silage there, and then we'll have enough to put the dryer in. The question will be whether we have enough money to purchase the cattle enclosure today. It's definitely nice doing work alongside the water here. I'm gonna have to remember with that forage wagon, it's prone to tipping. Now the embankment's not very steep here, but I got to make sure that I don't turn. For example, try to turn up the hill suddenly and then dump myself into the river. And this is crazy. There's not many times I've played Farming Simulator where I didn't go bales. That's all I've ever done. As you've seen on Hinterland, I'm in. I think we would have posted. Probably we're into like 19 or maybe 20 episodes by the time this episode of Comlands posts. And I think, was it maybe in episode 2 or something, I put a silage pit in. I put 2 of them in, filled them, and one of them's still there. I can't stand the pit. You got to go in there with the shovel and then take everything out. The other one I emptied and destroyed. This one here still there, and I haven't touched the silage yet. So anyways, I gotta do that. But this is totally new for me, which is why I like this challenge. The playing with the seasons off. Although I don't really even know what that means yet, to be honest with you. But so far all I know is it just means there's no planting calendar. I don't know what that means for harvesting. But yeah, playing that way, playing on easy economy, using. I'm using it on another series right now too, but using all loose product when it comes to grass, silage, hay, and what will be straw also. Like I've not done that. I know there's another building. It's like I don't remember what map I saw it on, but it's a straw blower maybe, where you can dump your straw into it and then maybe, and it's more like a straw. Maybe it's in silos because I think it's literally a building that holds your straw. I'll have to look for something like that. I don't know. Can you just put straw in a standard silo? I'm gonna have to look into that. These rows aren't looking too healthy. I don't think this grass is too great over here. Maybe this bank is like wind swept or something, so the grass doesn't grow as easily. It's hardier grass, but it doesn't grow maybe. So eventually then, now that I'm getting this perspective of our land on the other side, if we do turn this into a grass field and we get to put in our, luxurious farming mansion, we're going to get to stare at that while we work this field. I mean, right now we get to stare at our little trailer there, but think how nice a mansion's going to look over there. We're not done yet, but we have been breaking down. So this is not a permanent fix that I've installed up here, but it's going to be a fix for now until we start building stuff out here. I've thrown a toolbox in so we can go and work on our own tractor and get ourselves running again here, because I started breaking down and that's not going to be good. That's not bad. $1,500. Yeah, things are coming along good here. I got the other side done. This is just great. I really like this piece of land. I'm really, really liking the way this is shaping out. Don't worry, I'm not once did I consider buying that over there. That would just be, actually, it would probably be too painful, to be honest. That may may come in year 2 after harvests have been done and stuff, but that I don't. Every time we add something, it just creates more work. And so far, I've not hired a worker for anything. There hasn't really been anything to hire a worker for, but I've done everything as a one-man show here, one tractor, limited equipment. So adding that would make me feel sick. Maybe it's just too much property, but anyways, I know we're going to own it at some point here. I can already tell you that. All right, we're going to slam this back over here, get some silage sold, and find a place for the probably should put this away, but let's put it right there for now. We'll put stuff away at the end. Oh, so I'm like, what is it doing? You could literally sit here as it's generating silage and collect it. How did I? There, they shut that off. It was producing silage and it was going directly into the trailer. 33 and we need 25. 25 provided it's completely flat. Oh, what did I do there? Provided the ground is completely flat and the install doesn't require any terraforming. That leaves us about, I don't know, let's call it about $5,000 for landscaping here. So, oh, right there for hay and straw. And I think you can do loose. Oh, okay, well, no, I mean, I was going to say, oh, you can store your hay in there also, but no, I'm not going to worry about that. We're going to use the dryer. So this thing's going to be another $15,000. So it'd be nice to eventually have a spot where this and the dryer could live. I mean, it's probably going to be in this area here, but how much flattening am I going to have to do? Okay, let's go find the dryer first. Dries grass in times of bad weather. Good description. We're gonna dry grass in all times. So we need to be able to drive through this. So you can see the number, how it's 25,3. So if that was 25,000 even, then it would mean the ground is completely flat and it's not requiring any additional landscaping. Because it's 25,3, it's requiring some landscaping, but that's actually not that much. So at 25,3, I think I can probably get away without pre-landscaping and then just go in and smooth it out after. Maybe might regret that, but I guess we just go for it, right? So it ended up being what, like an extra few $100s to that it created its own landscaping, right? Is that the best way to say that? I don't know. We just now have to smooth out this piece here, the entrance. Let's see how this goes. The smoothing is really not that expensive. The leveling was expensive when I had to do that. That's not horrible, and it looks like it's doing a decent job. Leveling also, smoothing doesn't destroy your current textures. Leveling takes everything out immediately. I'm thinking that when it comes time to take product out of there, this is probably going to be the smartest and safest way. You hook into here. You get your feed mixer if that's what you're working with. Load up. Oh, that was pretty smooth. And then head out. When it's time to put stuff in there, you could come from either side. Bit of a bump there, but that's fine. Little bump on the way out. Whew, okay, not bad. Look at that. It's in, and we have $7,900. So just for now, we're going to put in a dirt road because we're not going to be driving across the grass. Eventually, this will become a proper lot, I think, with gravel and stuff. There, and over time, this can evolve. We can obviously change the shape and stuff. Maybe this whole entire corner gets graveled out at some point. They should have a gravel that was a sort of more of a random gravel generator. Because then you wouldn't have to come in and layer. You don't have to do this by any means, but it definitely looks more realistic when you have some different textures. They had I like there was a mod for like ground stains at one point, but they were just weird to work with. Go figure, stains would be weird to work with. These stains are weird. Okay, try not to break the bank. I don't think grass is cheap, is it? Let's do one little shot and then we'll see what that actually means. Yeah, see what I mean? You can kind of hide any discrepancies. Like if I've lowered the ground too much, you just hide it. Nobody needs to know. But it ain't cheap, that's for sure. Yeah, it just kind of gives it a look like it's been there longer than it has, which we know that it's been there for minutes, but you know, nobody else needs to know that, right? Okay, so anyways, that's good for now, I think. Let's hope to God it works. I never even thought about that. It'd suck if the whole thing didn't even work. We're gonna assume it works until we find out otherwise. The start of this series, I felt a little jittery, like I was having a hard time understanding how things were gonna work. But now as things are shaping up and there's some buildings off in the distance, and I'm starting to really sort of see how this can all shape up for us. And as we go, things will fill out. Like right now, it looks a little bit sparse, obviously. Oh man, that thing almost tipped over. There's just a building sitting there, but there's, we'll get into some fencing and we'll get into some other buildings. The other thing that I wanted to get into today was a greenhouse that I found that I've never used before, but and I think it looks really cool. But we won't do that right now. We'll get into that in the next episode probably. Oh, it worked. All right, let me go into the production menu. Grass dryer. I guess we activate it. Oh, 2 million liters. Okay. Okay, I'm going to shut up now and get to work. I've been recording for an insanely long amount of time, and I would like to have all the grass put away before we bid farewell. So that's probably going to include me doing the work and you just popping in at the end to be part of the glory. Because I'm pretty sure you don't want to watch me just drive around in circles here. This part's going to hurt, I think. I can sort of see it already. This part's going to hurt. I'm just going to check in here quickly. Yeah, I knew this was going to be painful. Anyways, if you can see, we've pretty much got everything off of this side and still need to get the other side. So let's just cruise up here. I've been really enjoying the look of this. Like, look at the sun or whatever, the light hitting the wheat. That's only going to look better and better and better as we come in here. Yeah, this is great. I like it. I like that building. So I've got about 100,000 liters in the grass dryer. And then let's plug this in here. This had about 170,000 liters total of grass and silage when we... so let's call this about 270. So there's about 200,000 liters. I put about 100,000 liters into here and 100,000 liters into the grass dryer. And now we still have to go to the other side of the water there. So 3:16 right now, game time. I just wanted to check in quickly anyways. I'm really, just driving around here. I'm like, man, everything looks so good. I definitely am going to put a sort of fence that kind of working area, and there's lots of stuff that this will evolve. So if you're seeing something and you want to make a suggestion, go for it. But just know that I'm not there yet. We still have a lot of work. I don't want to commit to like putting a fence in, for example, until I know whether we need to take back some of that grass field or whatever. I'm doubtful that we're going to get into putting cows in, or like a cattle enclosure or whatever you want to call it. I don't know what you call it. Cattle pen or something. Oh, this is going to suck. Going across here every time. Ugh. There's a, so on my wish list, there's a forage wagon that carries, I want to say it carries like 26,000 liters, and I've got more than enough horsepower to carry it. It's a $46,000 forage wagon. I really want to see one of those go on sale. That would be fantastic, because I would dump this little one so fast. No offense, little forage wagon, you've been great for us, but if grass is in our future, and we're going to be we're going to be picking up everything, right? It's not like we're just picking up grass for silage. We're picking up grass for the grass dryer. We'll be picking up straw. We'll be picking up everything. So we're going to need as big a possible pickup as we can get. Look at this. Okay, 13,000 liters. Turn around and go back to the other side. Jeez. Anyways, needless to say, we're not going to do a lot of this or much of this on camera. Wow, look at that. I guess I didn't really consider how nice this map looked, but this is gonna look really good. Gotta get that mega mansion in there. That's when I put farm plates on my Lamborghini, and at tax time I convinced the CRA that it's I just use it to deliver eggs faster, but it's got farm plates, so you don't really have to pay tax the same way, right? Anyways, yeah, okay, so this is great. I'm gonna keep plugging away here, and we'll check in before we're done. It might be dark, but we'll check in anyways. Wow, we've got 100,000 liters in the. I'm sorry, I was going to do the in cab, but it was stuttering a bit there. I've got about 100,000 liters in the grass dryer, like I mentioned earlier, and when we did a bit of a check-in, and we're getting close to 400,000 liters in the fermenting silo. So, what did I say there was? So in the end, we'll have put about 230,000 liters into the fermenting silo and about 100,000 liters. So, I mean, you can kind of round it up and say we got close to 250,000 liters, or yeah, about 350,000 liters, right? 170, 270, 370, 400, yeah. Yeah, it's going to be about close to 350,000 liters. That's a lot. I also just realized when I was driving back to get this to drop off the last load that I had, that I wasn't recording any of the game audio for the entire time. I don't believe. I got to check it later, but I was recording the wrong audio source. I think I've got my audio, which is fine, but so this episode might be played over music. An hour's worth of some kind of music. So we'll figure that out. That's for me to worry about in the edit, and you'll find out. You'll already know what I did, I guess, now because you're watching it. But it's one of those things. Obviously, don't stress out about glitches or human error or whatever. But yeah, the views are incredible. They just keep getting better the later in the evening that we get, when the tractor is sort of silhouetted against the water with the sun. You could stop and take a million thumbnails. It's crazy. Yeah, so I think we're probably, I mean, this load's gonna, I think we're this plus one more load, and then we may end up having a few scraps over here that we don't end up picking up, is my guess. I don't really, I think I said it before, I don't really want to get greedy. I have so much grass over there now, and then we have a grass field that's growing that would likely in the next, if we're able, so many times I almost dropped that trailer. Yeah, that's if it grows in normal stand. Like, I think typically in a map you wouldn't have crops like grass included being ready to harvest in the month of February, but I'm hopeful that there's some activity anyways. I don't really know what I shouldn't say that. I know what we could do in February. So I didn't get the hay loft put in yet. I didn't get the cow enclosure, the cow field put together yet. So we're not going to do that in this episode. Those are things that we're likely going to do when we roll into February. One, so we have something to do in February. Two, just because I don't want to push this episode any longer. So February is the last top month, right? Because March, the silage drops off the face of the earth. So I'm guessing like we'll probably keep 100. Well, I don't know how much silage is going to be ready, but if we had 300,000 liters of silage that we could sell, then we would, and we'd end up with like $250,000 or something from it. I just don't know if it's all going to be ready. I'm going to leave this. I'm going to leave so basically the fermenting silo runs while the game is running, I believe. I don't know how much overnight it'll ferment, but we're going to definitely give ourselves every opportunity to create as much silage as we can. So when we roll into February, we will have something to do. Also have no idea how long this episode's going to be, but I also don't care. Hopefully you enjoy it. It's funny. There's I think the average watch time of viewers is about 20 minutes. My average video is like 55 minutes. So, but honestly, I don't care, whatever. I mean, I know there's a number of people that have already told me they watch every moment, which I think is really cool. And they like that longer format video. So I'm just going to keep making them like that. I'm not here to make YouTube money. I'm here just to have fun and make videos. So I will continue to do what makes sense to me, obviously. I don't think we're going to get all these rows in. At one point, I think it was the very first row I tried to take down by the water. I didn't even get the entire row in before I was maxed out and had to turn around and go back. Like, that's when I knew this was going to be a long afternoon. But yeah, I think I mentioned already on the wish list is definitely the larger forage wagon, large capacity forage wagon. I don't want to just jump and buy things until I absolutely need them. So I definitely absolutely need a forage wagon. I'm not buying it until the next time I need to use it though, because the chances of it popping up in the used market are good. Same with like, I'd love to go and buy the harvester now, but if I'm not going to use it for, another month or two, I got a lot of opportunity for something interesting to pop up in the used market. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to wait and see. We did miss out on a header in the used market, but whatever. I'm not going to lose sleep over that. Look at the sunset. I wasn't really pumped on the back corner of the map here, but I'm sure there's lots of trials and tribulations. Somebody made a comment on, I don't know which video it was, but I saw it pop up while I was filming this episode about how, hey, not only did you get the farthest from the store, but you got the worst soil composition, okay, so guys, I'm going to leave this. I'm not coming back for this. I'm not coming back for this one strip, which is probably like 2,500 liters. Still 2,500 liters, but I'm not doing it. Which is hard to say because 2,000 liters is about $1,400. So crap, I might be back for that. But anyways, yeah, worst soil composition and furthest from the store. But I think all in all, with that container there and the sell everything container, even though it's probably costing us a bit just to have that to sell there, I think we got a good setup here. Okay, so let's get through here. I don't want to say it because it'll happen, but yes, okay, the game did not crash on me. Whoa. Extreme close up. You can see the lights are coming on my laneway over there. The one light over here to mark off the sunflower fields coming on. Other than that, it's going to get really dark here. So we'll go dump this into the fermenting silo, and we'll get one final tally on what's in there. One final check on the used market, and then we'll be calling it a day. Wow, that was tough. All right, let's look. Oh yeah, we'll be at 400,000. Yeah, right there. So we're 400,000 liters in here. You know what? Let's dump this trailer and then we'll go drive over to the grass dryer. I don't want to run. It'd be cool if we wake up in February and see like the yellow of the canola and the sunflower is getting tall. All right, let's go and check this building out over here. Let's take the back entrance here. Yeah, so we'll fence off this little compound here. I just don't know, like I mentioned, if I'm going to be looking for more, take back more of that grass field. I tried these back doors. They're locked. Like the contractor put a key. It needs a key, but there's no way in. Yeah, I guess that's where the hay will come out of. Super cool. Anyways, all right. Well, you know what? On that note, I'm going to go. I mean, it's 5:12 in game, but I'm exhausted. I was doing. Oh, you know what? Sorry. Let's get over to our shed, and then we'll check the used market, and then I'll say goodbye. Let's check out the view in the mirror there. That looks pretty sweet. Trees off. Looks like almost fog back there. There's my lights. Those will come in handy if I've got to make a run. Good job, Farming Simulator, with the light reflections. Oh, that was tough. Good job, tractor. It's got 20 hours on it. Didn't we just say it has 10 hours on it? Holy moly. All right, we'll head in. We'll go check out the what's in the used market there. Oh, gotta kind of jump in here. There you go. That's shut. Okay, please be a forge wagon. No, but there's a tractor. I don't need that tractor. That's. I think I've used this before. It's extremely loud, but also it's 150 horsepower. So we'd be basically getting what we have now. I want something. I want to hit the cap. I want to hit like 199 or 200 horsepower. That's what I was thinking. So look, it's where we started this morning, 1,000,000 hours ago. I'm super beat. I'm gonna go crawl into bed after I. Obviously, what was I going to do? I was going to clean the counter with some F-Clean. F-Clean. And that's what I'm going to do for the evening, and we'll see you in February. Thank you so much. Oh, look at the forecast. Snow. Great. Let's pray. No snow. Have a good night. Thanks. Bye.